lot of people always ask me like, what app is that? My skin will look smooth, but you will still see that there's texture on my skin. I only use Facetune if I feel like I wanna. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, what's up? My name is Lisa. Definitely make sure you subscribe. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I edit my Instagram pictures. I think I've done like 2 or 3 videos on this before, but my editing style always changes. I feel like right now I have a feed again that I kind of enjoy and hopefully I stick to. I think I will. I say this every single time. I don't know. But I'm not going to go crazy in depth because I've already done multiple videos on how I edit my pictures. But I'm just going to show you my top like 6 apps, and I'll show you like which apps I use for what, and like just my favorite filters and stuff like that, and some little tricks that I've learned along the way. If you want to see how I edit my Instagram pictures, then just keep on watching. The first app that I really love is Snapseed. So I'm just gonna open it up. I just want to show you how I did this, because if I click on the screen or on the photo, you will see, you see that? So this app is like so good for, because I feel like in pictures I always end up looking way lighter than I actually look in real life, and I just look kind of dead, and sometimes I do look pale and I'm just like, no, let's just make it a bit darker and it looks really bad. So I'm just going to revert this photo and show you exactly how I did it. So I go to tools and I go to selective, and I first click on my face and I just make sure it's selected my whole face, like the skin of my face. And then I scroll down to structure, and I always bring this down a little bit because this like smooths out your skin, but it doesn't smooth it out to the point where like you can't see texture. Because like if I have like little pimples and it's more of like a close-up selfie, my skin will look smooth, but you will still see that there's texture on my skin. I don't know how to explain it, but I really like it. This does kind of take away the saturation a little bit, so we're gonna go back in and fix that. But first I go back up and I just lower the brightness until I'm happy, and then I go to saturation and I add saturation. Do you see that difference? Literally, like, what? Okay. So then I add another little selective point and I put it onto like my highlight, I guess, wherever I'm highlighted. This especially looks good when I have like actual highlight for makeup on. In some pictures, like you'll see my highlight literally looks wet, and it's because I do this. So I make sure to select my highlight and then I up the brightness. And usually I lower the structure a little bit and then add a little bit of saturation back, and you see how that just brings back the highlight. And if you want it even more bright, like you can do it literally super bright, but when I'm not wearing makeup in a picture, I try to not do it too crazy. When I am wearing makeup, sometimes I go a little crazy. Like, I just like it. So then I like to go to details and I scroll down and I just sharpen the photo. I really like the sharpen on Snapseed. I just think it's really good. And then you can like play around with these. I never really do that. Sometimes I work with ambience because I think it's really, it changes a lot. But for this picture, I'm honestly good. I might just add a little bit of saturation. I don't think I did that before. Kind of like that, I guess. So then I'll just save as copy. Usually I save image, but I've already edited the picture before. So then after I've done that, I just go to Visco and then I go into editing. I paid like the yearly fee. I think it's like 27 something. And you can like have all the filters, all like everything. But my favorite filter currently is M5, but like it doesn't look good when I have it all the way up. So I bring it literally down to like 3. Like in between 2 and 4, kind of depending on the picture, but I feel like here 3 is like okay. There you go. And then I like to up the contrast on 1, and then I take the fade and I fade it up to like a 2, 1.5 maybe, kind of like that. I might actually lower this a little bit. This might not look exactly how it looks on my Instagram, but this is kind of what I usually do. So then I go ahead and save it, and then I go back to Snapseed and open it there, go back to selective, and kind of lower the brightness on my face so that I don't look that like light again, I guess. That's the one thing with Visco, like I feel like it washes me out with like pretty much almost every filter. So that's why I like to go back into Snapseed and kind of bring back that color. Then I go ahead and save that. So yeah, Visco I just use for like the filters, but I also do like their grain. I just don't use it in every picture. Everyone knows about Visco grain, whatever. So then I go to Afterlight and I open the photo, and then I go to Dusty, and I pretty much just pick whichever one I feel like looks good. I always kind of pick a different one. Depends on the picture. Lately I've been liking 12, so I'll like lower the brightness and kind of like that. I think that looks good. So now I'll save it, and then it's like ready for my Instagram. I obviously also have Facetune. So Facetune I will just use for like sometimes cropping and like flipping photos, but you can also do that in Snapseed. But also sometimes if I feel like there's something looking weird, or I don't like how my face looks, or my jaw looks a bit like disformed or something, I will just go in and change it. I used to not do this, but I'm just really critical of myself. So if I feel like my nose looks a little bit too big, I will literally go in like the tiniest bit and just change it. Like, I mean, this picture doesn't need it, but I do that sometimes, but I try to keep it like super minimal. I don't really use the retouch ever anymore. I used to use that a lot, but I only use Facetune if I feel like I want to, you know, fix my eye a little bit, or like change my head shape a tiny bit, I guess. But yeah, that's all I use it for. So another app I really love is Unfold. So here you already see a little like collage that I made. Basically, I like using Unfold for their what do you call it, like film borders, I guess. It's the FF1. You do have to pay for these, and they just have like Polaroids. They have like, I don't know, these like film borders which look really cool, and you can basically just add any pictures you want. And let's see, these have just a regular Polaroid. I think it's cool. And then for this one, like, I'll save it, I'll save the page, and then I'll just bring it into Snapseed and just crop the photo like that, and then I'll just like post it wherever. So yeah, that's what I like using Unfold for. A lot of people always ask me like, what app is that? It's just Unfold, but you do have to pay for it. I think it's maybe like €2 for like one of the sets, but I think FF1 is totally worth it. Like, it's so good. I think I have all of them. Then the last app I want to talk about is Unum, and I have been using this for years. So this is just what I use to like plan my feed. You can kind of just like, I don't know, figure out where you want them to be, and like you can plan any other post you want. I feel like everyone knows about this, but if you don't, this is great if you're trying to have a certain feed going on. So yeah, you can just see like if stuff matches or not. If something doesn't completely match, like sometimes you need to change the warmth in a picture a little bit, or the brightness, to make it look a little bit better. So yeah, this is like my holy grail app for planning my feed. That is pretty much all. That's how I edit my Instagram photos and the apps that I've been using currently. I have like a bunch of other apps, but I don't really use them on the daily or anything. But these are like the 6 main apps that I use to edit my Instagram pictures. So hope that was helpful. I don't know. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and of course subscribe. Also make sure to turn on my post notifications so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.